Welcome everyone. Today we're going to experience what we are saying is a capacity of our breath. And we want to experience that in a different way. To see exactly what you can do and one can achieve. And so let's sit and relax in a sitting position. We'll do first in a sitting position and then we can, do the standing. Now, whenever we are sitting versus lying down, when you're lying down in the morning, remember that, and I'm going to just show you this way. Remember that my belly, all the organs are against the diaphragm. I'm laying down like this, and so the organs are moving up a little bit. Now, if I'm going to breathe, I'm going to breathe in a very different way. There are certain parts of the diaphragm that has to work more. If I'm sleeping on one side, then this part of the diaphragm will be okay to work. The other one may not. If I'm laying on this side, it's a problem. So when you're sleeping, that's when the diaphragm position is such that the organs are against that. And I imagine the biggest organ, liver on the right side and the spleen on the left. And then of course the bowels and everything else. The kidneys don't move too much up and down, but the kidneys are laying on the diaphragmatic slips that come down onto the spine. So in the sleeping position, we have diaphragm not working as well. Now when you sit up, all of a sudden the organs go into the pelvis. The bowels and everything, they get into the pelvis. When you stand up, it's even more possible that you have more space, and because the gravity and everything else, there's much more space created for the diaphragm to move. Think about that. So, sitting, standing, as much as possible during the day. Find out how many hours you're sitting, how many hours you're standing. Think about that. Out of 16 hours of wakefulness, if you're standing more, sitting more, or then standing more, of course walking comes into a little different equation. But if you're doing it more, you are helping your breath work. So diaphragmatic movement is one aspect of it. Think about that, diaphragm being the most important muscle. Now let's go to the actual practice about seeing what you are able to do. And this is all your own experience. So let us do the same thing that we've been used to doing. Put one hand on the chest and one on the belly. Now what I want you to do is, this will be only nose breathing, mouth is closed. When you inhale to get the belly out. Now I'm going to explain to you this first, and then you can practice this. So we'll do the practice together later. But let me explain to you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to inhale. I'm going to get my belly as much as I think I can do it. Now, I'm filling my lungs up, and you know that the diaphragmatic breath is very good, and it does fill up quite a bit of lung. Now I'm stopping there. Now I'm going to go to the chest area. I've already inhaled some, okay? Now I'm going to see if I can inhale more. Without moving the belly, see if I can move more. Now I've got up to a certain level, okay? I've filled up some more alveoli. Now I'm going to raise my arms up and look up and take one more inhalation. Step. Expanding more. Now I'm going to smile. See if I can get more. Same way, when I exhale, I'm going to frown first. Get my hands down, exhale. 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 4 steps of inhalation to see, observe what is happening in myself. That's the main issue here that we want to really notice. What we are working on towards is understanding what total lung capacity means. There's a new word that I'm introducing. It's already there in the literature. total lung capacity. And that also is not necessarily total all the time because of certain postures and positions. Total lung capacity is what we are experiencing. So let's do this together. Sit in a relaxed posture. Mind is at rest, relaxed. Now inhale, the belly comes out. More inhalation, the chest sides coming out. Upper clavicle and the collarbone coming out. More, you can imagine, there is some, not imagine, but see if more air can come in still. You're filled up now. You're trying to put more. 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 Smile. Put more. Now exhale. Frown a little bit. Exhale stepwise. Collarbone, chest, and belly. Push the belly back. Start inhaling again. Recognize how much volume you got because of each step. Do it one more time. Recognize how much of expansion are you doing and which area. After you're finished, relax. Do some normal breath. When you breathe normally, check if the chest is moving more or the belly. When you get back to the normal. It's much more like when you have made jam, jelly, marmalade, whatever that is, like some liquid, semi-liquid type of stuff, and you're trying to fill a jar. You fill the jar a little bit, shake, and then you press it more. It could be some grains, it could be sugar, whatever that is, you put it in the container. And then you shake the container. Oh, I think I can get more. Oh, I think I can get more. Oh, I think I get more. That is what the steps we are carrying out in order to recognize that there are certain areas that are growing up and more. Now, when we do the various practices, this is up and down. When we do the practices this way, just try that now. This will be the same situation we will do. Raise the belly first, get the belly, inhale. And now, inhale, get this lung expanded, this rib expanded, feel the expansion there. Now here it's not expanding. Reach out. Smile when you look up. And come down. So you realize that whenever we do our practices, it is true because the ribs open up and get you the chest, a little bit extra air that is possible. This is the recognition. When we practice it, slowing down and recognizing it. Now, last part of the practice I'm going to do has to do with what we do is the squeezing out. Now, this is at the cellular level. Remember, this is not at lung level. These are cellular. We have done this practice before. So inhale and make a fist, tighten all the muscles. Now you're emptying out everything from the respiration, the cycle that has gone inside, the oxygen has gone inside, the circulation is now squeezing everything out. Clench your teeth, tighten your face, tighten your neck, tighten your chest, start coming down a little bit, compress, 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 compress from the legs up, tighten the feet, legs, thighs up to the lungs. Squeeze everything as if you are squeezing everything out. Once you squeeze out everything, now slowly open up and start breathing. And notice how much of air is coming in. Do the same 4 steps. One more time, squeeze and empty. Empty everything. Breathe in at your own pace. You may have to take extra breaths. It's okay. And relax. So what you have experienced is at the lung level and then at the tissue level. We are able to send every area that extra oxygen is needed and empty out from every area. So recognize this practice and recognize that when we expand the lungs all different directions or different ways, we are trying to open up that 400 million alveoli that are at rest. Many of them are at rest. And while the body does it with the sigh is every 5 minutes there's a sigh. Body is trying to do this. It tries to do this because it opens up these lazy or unopened or semi-open alveoli, semi-open air sacs, and fill it up more. We're doing it consciously.